Hi guys, I'm back with another type of haul. This is the time of the year, and I've mentioned this before, I get a very small bonus because I'm a national board certified teacher and our state pays a little extra for that. So this is the time of year that I will tend to buy some higher priced things that I can play with throughout the year, and that always includes some special clay and some glass. Now the clay that I ordered is, I got some porcelain, white porcelain, 25 pounds to throw on the wheel, and I'm not going to try to show that to you, it's just white clay. I also bought some black porcelain and white porcelain that were compatible, 4 pounds of each, to make jewelry. Unfortunately, the white is back ordered. Now, I have to be careful because when you're mixing clays heat and expand at different rates. So the two porcelains have to be compatible. The black came in, and I'm hoping that the white comes in soon because I really want to make some clay pendants with the black and the white, and I don't want to do anything else to it. So fingers crossed on that. And then I ordered some glass. I didn't get a whole lot, but I did get some, and I want to share that. But before I do, glass is the same in that it heats and expands at different rates. So if you can't fuse two pieces of glass together unless you know that they are compatible. You can't take two beer bottles, and even if they're made from the same plant, you can't just grab two beer bottles and fuse them together. It won't work unless they are from the exact same batch of glass. So you have to be careful. Window glass is the same way. If I have a piece of window glass, I can cut it up and fuse the pieces together, but they have to come from the same window, from the same sheet of glass. Otherwise, I could run into problems. So I tend to use what is known as tested compatible glass. It's art glass. And there's different kinds. There's one that it's called float glass, which is also window glass, and it's pretty hard. It has a coefficient of expansion, or COE, of around, I think it's 82, 85, and you can go up and down a few degrees from that. It's very inexpensive, relatively speaking, but it's got a very limited range of colors and patterns that are available, but I do use it and I do like it. That comes from Armstrong. It's Armstrong glass. It's based in Atlanta, so shipping is also a factor, especially when you're buying glass. Shipping is very expensive on glass and clay, which is why I try to buy it once a year. Probably the biggest selection and the most popular is glass that has a coefficient of expansion, or COE, of 90, and it comes from Bullseye. And you can buy any of their 90 glass and fuse it all together because it's been tested and it is compatible. It's designed that way. And this is what I got for my 90 glass. I bought dichroic. I got a whole pound of experimental dichroic glass on clear, and you can see it just is so glittery and shiny, and that only gets more noticeable. And here's one that I've got open when it's fused. So, and these are pieces, but just to, I don't want to. So, and this has got the bigger wave ripples. This one has the little dots. You're not going to be able to see that pattern very well. And this has got, so this is traditionally very expensive. This batch was not. It was 52% off. So I grabbed some. So I am well stocked on clear dichroic, which frankly I love working with. And most of the glass that I use is Bullseye 90. Not all of it, which is where this next batch comes in. This is 96. See, 96 COE. 96 and 90 will not fuse well together. It may look fine, but there will be stress fractures, and over time, those stress fractures could create a problem. I do have some 96, just not nearly the selection. But this little pack, this backing, if I put a color underneath it and fuse these together, this turns a beautiful metallic red, metallic green. This is a gold, dark gold. This is, of course, gold. And this has got, it's like copper and gold mixed in with it, and then silver. So, of course, I would use these for jewelry pendants, and I really can't wait. These will be fused. I'm leaving here, and I'm going to go fuse some using this. But again, I have to be careful that I use 96 base. This is also System 96, and it's Wismach, maybe it's Wissmach, which to me is Wismach, but it may not be. It may be Wismach. I don't know. Sounds German, so I'm turning the W into a V and whatever. It's called luminous iridescent. Now, if fired with this side up, this iridescence will burn off. So I have to fire it down. And I believe it will also burn off if I cap it and then like put a clear coat on a clear glass on top of this. I think it will burn off. I'll have to double check that because I'm not familiar with using this. They've got a handbook, and I'm going to download it. Here is, and I'm going to do this so you can see. Here is clear, but look at that. And it is clear. See how gorgeous that is? So, I got a whole set of this. And again, I'm thinking, this won't be necessarily just jewelry. I'll do other things with this. And this is clear, but it's green. And that gives you an idea. I don't know which side will give you the better. And this is all in a pack. This is clear-ish, translucent anyway, and that gives you an idea of the coating. What it's not picking up on the camera is that this has got some deep, brilliant purple, and I don't know how that will look when it fuses, other than probably freaking beautiful. This is another clear, but it's got, and really and truly, I'm noticing the camera's not picking up all of the incredible color variations and shine to it. The System 96 is the type of glass. It's 96 COE. See, this is opaque, or opal as they call it, opalescent, and that is just, again, beautiful. I'm thinking that there will be some, I can't figure out how to do bowls because this needs to be down unless it's fired on. Yeah, maybe I can work it out. Okay, this is clear, but you can see this is beautiful yellow and gold. and then this is opaque or opalescent, and it is incredible. So this is System 96 glass, no, sorry, not System 96, 96 COE Vismach, and I really love the glass that they have. They usually have just absolutely beautiful glasses. So let me put that aside. And then the next batch of glass is a limited run, and it is 96 glass Spectrum. And Spectrum, I mean, when you see these swirls like this, that's, you get some, I think Spectrum does it best, and their glass is 96 coefficient of expansion. So again, I have some. It's just not what I use the most. It's a little bit softer, but that design is just incredible. This is blue aventurine, and I don't know that it looks like it's heavily textured, which it is textured, but what you're actually seeing is there are sparkles all in this glass. It's like a deep, deep midnight blue with sparkles in it. And I have some in 90, but it's a little bit lighter than that. This is black aventurine, and again, it looks like texture, but a lot of what you're seeing is the sparkle in it. And then here we have some more of this just incredible swoopy designs. What my little head is thinking right now is to take and cut these into strips, maybe starting here and getting bigger, and fusing another piece with it on the other side and turning them into wind chimes. So I think that would be pretty, because they'll be separated. They'll be their own little, actually a trapezoid if I do it on an angle here, but it would fit together to create this swirly pattern, and I think it would be really pretty. I would love to attach them to a piece of driftwood. This is green aventurine, which is my favorite because I like green. Of the aventurines, this is my favorite. And again, what you're seeing, just, you can't really see all the sparkle that's in it. And Spectrum 96, again, it's a softer glass, and it seems to be tested compatible. That's what you're looking for. It's softer and just has different designs in it. The glasses have, and all the makers have different advantages, I should say, and I am very careful to keep my glass separated, but I can usually tell from the design or what it is, what the brand is and what coefficient it is. There's nothing in the glass looking at it that tells you what the coefficient is. I didn't show you the back. The back on these swirlies, not so exciting. But that's exciting. That's beautiful. And that's one reason why I have both 96 and 90 in my glass. So this is, I probably just showed you, like, I don't know, it didn't cost me this, but it would be around $300. Everything I bought was on sale. Oh, if I can pick this up, except this. This was not on sale, it's just a limited run. And I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to get because they don't really show you the pieces of glass on these limited runs. They just say, hey, get it now before it's gone. They're not going to make it regularly. And these were just too gorgeous for me to pass up. So that's what I did. that was my glass haul, and I told you about my clay haul. Nothing really to look at except it is fun to play with. Now the other thing that I really want to do is to make some of these bracelets. Now I've had this for a long time, this book for a long time, and I didn't have what I felt like was enough experience with the glass to really try this, even though they say, oh, it's for beginners. But what I thought that I would try is a bracelet. I don't like this design right here, the colors that they used, but it's where they took a whole bunch of glass and put it in the bottom of the kiln and fused it together, and then you take a diamond saw and cut it into pieces, and then you heat it up in a kiln over a bracelet drape and shape it. So I thought that's what I would do, but the glass, I don't know if you can see, sorry, that's a glazing brush. I've got, these are scraps of red and clear, and I thought, well, if I take those and break them all up really, really well, add white to it, and that might make some really, really lovely holiday bracelets. So I've only got one glass kiln and one large-ish pottery kiln and a raku kiln, so that's a second pottery kiln, but I can't fuse these bracelets and fuse this at the same time, so that'll have to be two separate firings, and I'm not sure which one I want to do first. I've got the glass over here because this is got writing and stuff on it, and I need to clean it really well. And then my husband made me what we call a frit buster, which is where I can break these down into really tiny, tiny pieces. So it looks a lot like chunky glitter, basically three-dimensional chunky glitter, and that's what I'm planning on doing with this. So those are some of the things that I like doing, but they're not really things I can film. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So that's what I'll be working with the glass a little bit later on. I might be doing some hand building with the pottery, and if you're interested in seeing any of that, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be glad to show some of the hand building that I do with the porcelain, because it's a lot of fun, and you can do the same things with like air dry clay. It'll look different, of course, but you can still make really neat things with just air dry clay. In fact, I keep air dry clay because I like playing with it. So anyway, that's it. That's enough of me rambling. Thanks, guys. Bye.